okay. Hit
Okay.
okay again. Oh, I hit don't allow. Shit.
What do you got to turn your video on?
I don't know. I got to do it. Can you hear me at all? Wait, let me see. I'm on the start video.
Yeah, I can hear you. You just got to start the video.
Did it work? Oh, come on. I'm hitting the start video and it's not working. It's got to.
I was looking forward.
Oh wait, I have to go into my settings. Hold on a second. All right. It's only take an hour.
I was looking forward to seeing you sideways, and now
no.
Now he's got a black screen.
No, wait, hold on. Where's Zoom on here? Hold on. Zoom. You got to be freaking kidding me. That the Zoom. Oh, you know what? It's at the very end. Zillow and then Zoom. It's Z. Allow camera. There we go.
It's the last letter in the alphabet. Uh-oh. Now I don't hear you either. Oh, shit. Here we go. All right. What the fuck? I got 3 of you now. Wait, hold on. You're sideways N. There's another. You have another account open somehow. What
That's impossible.
Oh, it's possible. Hold on.
All right. Well, can you cancel that one?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to remove it. Hold on. Why the fuck? It won't let me.
How can I have a second account?
It won't let me fucking remove you. There we go.
What do you want to start over?
No, we're all good. Are you kidding? I'm leaving all that in.
I gotta let my dog. I'm gonna try not to say it the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I don't want to. I'm gonna try not to say the whole time. But anyway. At some point during this, I'm gonna have to let my dog in.
That's fine,
no,
man.
I can't.
That's fine. You how's your Wi-Fi?
All right. I turned it off because I'm in the garage now because my wife's working, my son's downstairs playing Madden and cursing, and the dog's running all over the place. So
all right.
I figured I would I'd come here and I'd be real close to the camera. I like it in the garage a little more. You know. Hold on 1 second. Don't go anywhere.
All right. I'll be here.
Sugar, come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. I mean, I can still hear you. Sugar, come. Go. Come here. Sugar. Shuggy. Okay. I'll let it just run around. So anyway, where were we? And that's what happened, and that's who shot Kennedy.
Your Wi-Fi is a little bit of a mess, or whatever you're using. Are you on LTE?
Should I maybe I don't know what that means. I just turned on. I'm just using my gigawatt thing. Am I not coming in at all?
Gigawatts.
I can just go hand. It is coming in.
Yeah, you're coming in. It's just it's choppy. It was like that last time a little bit. It'll probably smooth out.
There you go. First cigarette. Look at that. Smoke them down in the filter, dude. Be good to yourself.
Oh, absolutely, man. Sometimes I smoke the filter because I don't even know I fucking still have it going.
All right, so let me know when we're on track. Forget about the dog.
We're on track, man. We're good. You know, right. We don't need to go. You know, it doesn't need to be professional at all. So
that me and professional does not mix.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever been a professional at anything. Now let me think. What's the term professional mean? Like, professional is just if you get paid to do something, right? Isn't that what they're real? Yeah. Dictionary? Do they still sell dictionaries? Open a dictionary, look up the word professional, and see what it has.
Dictionary.com.
There you go. Professional.
Yeah, let's look it up. Hold on. Professional. Well, I mean, you can get paid for something, but be shitty at it. So you're still a professional?
Story of my life.
You know, you can be like my mailman who loses my fucking packages all the time, yet they're considered professionals.
I can't believe you got the box set. Eaton sent you that box set in record time. For Eaton, that is like, you got that in world record time, because there's people that are waiting for shit from the 80s from him still.
Yeah. Well, funny thing about it is that I thought he was kidding. Like, I knew he was going to.
He does not kid around, that guy.
No,
Marky
I knew
he does not kid around.
I knew he was going to send it to me, but what I thought he was kidding about was he said it was held up in customs. Now, if I'm not mistaken,
lying.
Yeah, customs is like outside of the U.S. So
you're brilliant. You are brilliant.
I'm a professional. A professional is a member of a profession. Wow. Okay. Or any person who earns their living from a specified professional activity. That is the vaguest fucking thing I've ever heard.
That is, man. I don't even know what we. All right, let's go on to something else.
Yeah,
quickly.
All right, so you sent me a message the other day, a text message the other day, saying that a friend of yours had some trouble with a snowblower.
Oh, that wasn't as bad. That was just the thing where my son has this friend, his name is Louis, this little kid, and I became friends with his father because just like hanging out at kids stuff, you know, like Boy Scouts and football and basketball and all this stuff. So his dad, Lou, he's my boy now. He's my buddy. And the phone call that I got was from little Louis's mother. And it said, "Can you come over here right now? Louis chopped his fingers off in the snowblower, and I got to take him to the emergency room." So I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I hear Big Lou in the background yelling. And I'm like, dude, if he chopped his fingers off, either call an ambulance or get in the car and get the hell, just go. Like, don't wait. I got to dig my car out still. It's like in the middle of a snowstorm.
Right.
So for like about 45 minutes to an hour, I'm thinking poor Elliot's little friend Louis just chopped his fingers off. And I'm like devastated. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be horrible. And then I find out that it was his dad, my buddy Lou, and he put his hand in the snowblower in the top, which I didn't know you could chop your fingers off that way also. And he broke the tips off of his 3 fingers and lacerated it very bad. That's a big word I use there too. Lacerated. He cut the hell out of his hand, but he's totally fine. So I exaggerated when I said my friend chopped his fingers off. I'm just a little dramatic sometimes. I'm a professional liar, but there you go.
Well, that sounds like it sucks, number one. I mean,
anytime you have to go to the emergency room, it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, even if you didn't chop the whole finger off, still the tips, that's gotta fucking hurt,
right.
Man.
It's super painful, yeah. But you know, he'll be fine. Be careful in the snow, kids.
Yeah. No, it's how many inches you guys get?
Anywhere between 8 inches and
8 inches and a foot.
8 inches to a foot.
Okay, yeah.
That would be 8 inches to 12 inches.
Yeah.
I'm a professional measurer.
We got about 2 inches here.
That's it?
Yep.
Bunch of pussies, man.
No, 2. I'm sorry. No, wait. I'm not a professional math person. 2 feet. You
just went from 2 inches to 2 feet.
2 feet. 2 feet. Yeah.
You should sell fucking stocks to people the way you. It's a $2. I mean, $200. You got 2 feet of snow, but a second ago it was 2 inches. I've had 14 times in this 8-minute conversation where I could have said that's what my wife said on our wedding night, and I have refrained from it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How many inches did you have on your wedding night?
I guess the whole thing, 3.5, dude. You know? Didn't you ever hear Andrew Dice Clay's? Hey, she asked me to I forget what it was. Something, so I banged her twice and hit her with a brick. Something, I don't know. Anyway. Sugar!
Oh, shit. What's Sugar up to?
What are we talking about? What do you want to talk about? Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Let's talk about TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
You had a little TikTok story yourself.
Well, which one do you want to hear? Which TikTok story I had? What was my TikTok story? That I watch it all the time.
That and it involved your son the other day.
Oh God! Did I tell you that one? Didn't I talk to that? Or is that some other? Was no, that like, that wasn't on video, right?
Yeah, you told me, but the world does not know.
Oh, okay. No, so my son was on TikTok, and then when he would use my phone from time to time, we'd be like getting a haircut, and I'm like, here, just use my phone. This is before he had a phone. So he started a TikTok account for me, and like there were 3 videos on. It was like, and they're kind of like Rain Man. It'd be like, water coming down a thing, and then he would write something on it. Or so I like had a TikTok account, and then one day I'm just like, I have no idea what TikTok is, and I'm like, I click on it on my phone, and the first thing that comes up is him. And I guess he was trying to be like other people he had seen, and he was saying things that I've never heard adults say, and he was only like 9 at the time. And it was unbelievable. And I was like, I can't, like, all the stuff he was saying it was so bad. And I just walked downstairs and I said, hey buddy, like my wife and he were like doing some kind of like homework or something. And I just like walked downstairs and I'm like holding my phone. I said, hey, I just went on TikTok for like the first time, and a video came up. You have to delete your account. And as I was saying it, he just started crying because he knew what he did, and he was just done. And I was like, I don't even know how to react to this. I'm just going to go back upstairs and we'll deal with this like later. And then like my wife saw it, and then, we had a long talk with him. But I was like saying to my wife, I was like, I don't even know where you start to punish a kid for this, because like when I was a kid, if I did something like this, I'd be dead. Like my dad just would have killed me. He just would have like shot me in the head. But he understood what he did wrong, and we didn't punish him. We just talked to him like, hey, the things that you said are horribly offensive, and I know you don't even know what they meant. And then I kind of explained to him what he was saying and how bad it was, and he understood it. Then that led to me going on TikTok like for about like a half hour after that. And I'm like,
let's check this out.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, look at that. Wow, look at that. And I'm like, are these girls 18? Because they look like they're like 12. And then I just started watching TikTok. And then I was talking to a friend at work about it, and I was like, hey, do you ever watch TikTok? And he's like, oh, I had to delete it. And I'm like, oh, what happened? Did you get in trouble? He's like, no, I was stuck watching TikTok for like 7 hours a night. Like it'd be 3 o'clock in the morning and I'd still be on TikTok. He's like, I had to just get rid of it. And I was like, it's kind of addicting. But so, but yeah, like TikTok, like the things that like I'll watch on it, like, of course there's girls on it, of course, that are shaking everything and all that stuff. But I'm a sucker for like the soldier coming home and seeing his, like the mom or dad that's been overseas for 7 months, and they come home and they see the kid at school for the first time. Like I'll watch those, all the time. And then, so there's a lot of stuff on there that I really do like. That's pretty awesome. But I also like all the one that was killing me, I was watching forever, was the 2 kids in home. Well, they're not kids, but 2 dudes in Home Depot, and like throw up like rice or glitter or something, and it lands on them. Like I'll watch that all day. Like the dude goes to sneeze and sprays you with a spray bottle.
Yeah,
I can watch that for 24 hours straight. Same dude doing it to different people. That, and like the guy that dresses up in the planner and then scares people. He's like Bush. I'll watch that for 24 hours. Right. Can't get enough of it. So maybe it's just because somewhere in my head, I'm a little kid still. I find that shit highly entertaining. It makes me laugh every time, even though what's coming. It's the greatest thing in the world. I love it. So
yeah, man,
fucking TikTok, man.
Fucking TikTok is right. Similar thing happened to me. When I first downloaded it, it was just girls shaking their asses. Great.
Yeah.
It's great. But like, I thought that's all it was. It gives you like an algorithm. So like if you stop and watch this girl twerking, you're just going to get videos of girls twerking for the most, like 90% of your videos. So in my eyes, when I first downloaded it, when I downloaded it, I was watching and flipping through it. I was like, wow, this is really all this is. Okay. I guess that's cool. And I wound up deleting it, and I was like, whatever. A few months later, my wife gets it. She gets her own TikTok, and she's like, do you have TikTok? I'm like, I used to have it. I'm like, I don't have it anymore. I'm like, why in the world do you have it? Is there something I should know? You know, this, I was
To
actually
look at puppies.
yeah. Well, she's like, oh, there's like all this cool shit on here. These people are doing like fucking backflips, and this guy like has this crazy garden, and this dog like jumped off a roof and like jumped off a trampoline. I'm like, what? I didn't see any of that shit when I had it. She's like, well, it
You were
picks
just
up
getting vagina shots.
yeah. She's like, it picks up your algorithm, like what you watch. I'm like, oh fuck, you know. So I wound up re-downloading it, and she helped me out with it, you know, as a good wife should, and gave me like a little mix, you know. So I started following some things that I was interested in, and it changed it when you go through. I mean, the girls are still there, but it's, you know, a little more balanced.
Yeah. You need balance, you know.
Yeah, you need balance. But I literally thought that's all the app was, just like an Instagram for sluts. I don't even know what to say about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Instagram for sluts. Wait, isn't that what Instagram is though? Instagram is sluts, and it's
essentially, yeah. I mean, the most famous people on Instagram are sluts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not degrading women. That is
no.
It goes both ways. It goes both ways. There's all kinds of sluts.
Yeah.
All right. You'd see my desktop, right?
It says hell fucking yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's the name of this show, right?
Yeah, it is. All right. I know that. I wrote that down right here. Yeah.
I know that. I know you know what this is. All right. So you sent me this one. I wasn't.
Oh, there I am. Woo!
There you are. And
that was one of the funnest nights ever.
This is Slayer.
A little bit there, homie. Come on.
What?
It is Slayer.
Slayer.
That's a really good story. Hi, that's a really good story. You want to hear a story about that? That was one of the funnest things I ever did.
I would love to hear a story about this.
So, I think this was 2004. Probably 2004. There was BAM did that Viva La BAM show.
Yeah.
And Mark Eaton, who you've met through the interweb, Mark Eaton calls me and says, hey, he goes, what are you doing tonight? And I'm like, nothing. He's like, all right, I'm going to meet you at your house, and then we're going to go to Kennett Square, and we're going to meet a bunch of people and get on a bus and go somewhere. I'm like, all right, I'm in. Where are we going? And he's like, Slayer is playing in BAM's backyard tonight on a Wednesday night. I'm like, now, like, I'm a huge Slayer fan, you know, like not like the biggest Slayer fan, but I like Slayer a lot.
Yeah.
And like I've seen them, you know, 5 or 6 times back when I was a kid and stuff. So, so we get on these buses. We go to BAM's house at the time. He had moved out of Westchester, and it was almost near Delaware. He was right near a prison. And the reason we had to take these buses is because it was like in the woods. It was like there's nowhere to park. So there's probably about 100 people. And we get there, and there's like nothing going on. There's like half the people are inside. So you just picture 50 people inside, 50 people outside in like a big house and like an area. So it's not like a lot of people. And so Eaton's there, he's got his camera, and I'm just like walking around, and the dudes from Slayer are just standing there like drinking coffee, like standing right next to me, like in like his drive. And I'm like freaking out, and Eaton's like, what's going on? I'm like, dude, like that's Slayer, right? Like that's them. Like they're just walking around, and there's like no security. There's no what I would consider like grown-ups. It's just like people in charge, professionals, you know? There's no professionals. It's just people like walking around. And then like we walk into the backyard, and there's like the setup you would see like at Madison Square Garden in his backyard. And I'm looking around, and I'm like, when's this going down? And this like girl walks by, and we're like, hey, when's this start? And they're like, oh, like 6 minutes. I'm like, where the fuck is everybody? And she's like, this is it. And I'm like, what? And then like, so Slayer got up, and they played 3 songs, like just like to warm up. And there was like literally like 10 people, and they're doing like the full like concert, like the lights are on, blah, blah, blah. So then like they walk off, they get dressed up in all their like nonsense, which isn't a lot of stuff. It's not like Guar or Kiss, but they
Yeah.
put on like their different clothes with a chain and shit, and some leather. And they come out and they do the same 3 songs they did. And by that time, they had like maybe 100 people in his backyard. They were trying to make it look like on the show that Bam was having a big party at his house, and he was revealing his pirate bar. So in the show, it looked like we were there like all day, and then Slayer just like happened to sleep over that night, and then they went out in the backyard to play, and all that stuff. Because reality TV, I don't know if you know, it's like pretty much written up, it's drawn up, and there's producers and paid people to do this. It's not much of it's reality, but it was awesome. And so that picture, the picture you have up on the screen, I just had like my little camera. This is before cell phones had cameras. And I was just like taking selfies. I was just like turning like this. And there was literally like nobody there when they were like on stage in that picture. They were just playing. They were like practicing, like rehearsing. And I was just snapping some photos. And then they came on, they did their whole thing, and the night was over. And it was the funnest thing in the world, because it was like, that was pretty much my last concert too. I was like, I'll never go to a concert this good again, where you just walk in and Slayer's right there. And so it's actually on video. It's on YouTube. If you go to I guess you would just type in like Slayer Bam Margera, boom, it pops up. So if anyone wants to watch it, they can see it on there.
I remember seeing
it. Was fun.
Yeah, I remember seeing it when it aired, on the show.
Yeah.
I think we spoke about this. I don't know if we spoke about this personally or we did this on volume 2.
I don't know.
But listen, if you get the story again, get it again. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Fuck
them.
It was awesome. Slayer, baby.
Absolutely.
I actually, real quick, one time years ago in the 80s, I went to see Slayer, and I worked with a lady that her son was like 15, and he was an EMT. He was 15 or 16, and he just became an EMT or a helper of an EMT. I don't know what it was. Like maybe he worked at like a fire station. But I'm like, hey, I'm going to go get Slayer tickets today. And she was like, hey, would you take my son to go see Slayer? I'm like, hell yeah, I'd take him. So this dude who I still talk to today, Jimmy, I'm like, hey, dude, we're going to Slayer. He was 15 or 16 years old. We go to the Trocadero in Philly, and it's like within like 5 minutes, there's just people knocked out on the ground, like their heads open, their faces smashed.
Yeah.
And he's checking people's pulses, and he's pulling people out. He's like, dude, we need an ambulance. We need 2 ambulances. Like, we need help. And he was like pulling these people, like taking them into triage at like 16 years old while Slayer's playing. And when it was all over, we were like driving home, and I'm like, dude, were you scared? Or he goes, dude, that was the most fun I've ever had in my life. Like going to see Slayer at the truck. So hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Back in 2 seconds.
No worries. Take your time.
So anyway, so that picture right there. Oh wait, did you have to say? Let's segue into another story.
Yeah. Well, no? This next picture that's up here is this is you as a kid, right?
That is not. No, that's my son, Elliot. That's my son when he was around 3.
Okay, so that's your son, and he's holding a paddle.
Yes.
Okay, and what is that paddle?
That paddle, my mom had to get made at Upper Merion High School in the 70s because I have 2 older brothers. We're 2 years apart. So when we were kids, so if we were like 6, 8, and 10, we were just pictured running around like a little tiny house. We were like terrors. And my mom had broken all her wooden spoons, like hitting us because they were pretty frail. Like she'd hit us with these spoons and they'd break, or we'd break them in half, whatever. So my mom got this horrendous like stick to beat the hell out of us. It has holes in it.
Oh man,
I don't
like
know.
Aerodynamic.
There's holes in one end and a rawhide leather on the other end you can wrap around your wrist. And my mom made it big enough so she could reach us underneath the bed. And now she
really thought this out.
Oh, she had it like all
blueprints.
Drawn up. Yeah, she had it all drawn up. And when she went to the wood shop to get it made, the guy's like, oh, Mrs. McCracken got one made last year and her kids are great now. So so my mom had it long enough so she could go under the bed, and we would normally get hit with it with the flat side, but if we were really being bad, she would turn it on the end like a bat, like that edge, and hit you, and that would like break bones. So getting hit with that, we actually we didn't get hit with that often, because by the time she got that, we were a lot older, and we could just stop her from hitting us. And then she wound up leaving, so it was fine. She was like, I had enough of this, and she split. That's a whole nother story. But so but I did get beat with that when I was a kid, and so like I didn't see my mom or talk to her for years, like from the time I was like, I don't even know, from say age like 12 to like 22. I knew where she was, and she wasn't that far away, but I had no relationship with her. And so we started like getting back into like seeing her and talking to her, and then years later, then everything was fine. We all like, everything was good. But on her 50th birthday, she said, "Hey, I'm gonna have this big party. I'm gonna have friends or family coming in from California." She rented out this like big hall, and she threw herself a 50th birthday, which I thought was very odd. But so she has this party, and of course I'd seen, it was like Dave Mira's funeral. I hadn't seen these people for years, and then I'd see these people, and my mom had all these presents, and I said, "Here, mom, here's my present. This is from me. This is from nobody else. It's not from Steve or Eric. It's not from anybody. This is from me, your baby boy, your last born, your son Raymond." And she's like, "Oh, I'll open this first." And so she brought all the presents out into like the center of the room, and she might even had like a microphone, and she was like talking. She's like, "I'm gonna open up Ray Ray's present first," and she opens up the thing, and she looks in and just goes, she just puts whatever it was back in and just puts it aside, and was like, "Hey, what was it?" She's like, "It was nothing. It was just a gag gift." And she like got all bent out of shape, and it was that fucking paddle. I gave her the fucking paddle she used to beat us with, and she was not happy. And people would probably be like, "Wow, you haven't seen your kids in like 14 years," and oh wait, here's the paddle you used to beat them with. Maybe that's the reason why. But it was I thought it was a really funny joke. She actually never spoke about it. She didn't think it was funny, and I wound up taking it home, and I've had it ever since. So
Yeah.
my mom was a very very nice woman, very sweet lady. She just didn't like being married with 3 kids and us going nuts. So
Right.
she
So
she
you
was
gotta.
like, I'll come back when you guys are grown up, and that's what she did.
That's right.
So,
That's right. Yeah. I got beat with a wooden spoon.
yeah,
Maybe it was an Italian thing. I don't know.
I think it was, yeah, the
I,
spoon.
yeah. She
Yeah.
used to put it in the hot water, in the hot boiling water, and then hit me with it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, my mom used to do
Yeah.
that, but you just pour the water on us. No.
Yeah.
Why would you boil a spoon and hit you? What the fuck is
Well,
that?
when you're boiling up some pasta, and
Yeah, okay, yeah, I
you
can
use
see
the wooden
that.
spoon to stir it around. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know,
My mom my mom poked me in the arm with a fork and left 4 little prong where she was frying bologna. And she's like, "If you walk through this kitchen one more time," and I was like running back and forth. And she was big on pulling hair, and she grabbed my hair, and she went like this and just boom, put the fork right in my arm. I was just like, "What the fuck?" I was like 7. I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!" So
wow. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, did any of this work? Did the wooden paddle work?
No,
Work?
no. There's one thing that did work, and I brought this up when my son was like 2. My son, my son would get little kids are sitting there in their high chair, and they hold on one second. Well, I can still talk. Shuggy, come here. No. Sugar,
That's
come
all
here. Come
good.
here.
Bring Sugar.
Dog.
Let's meet Sugar.
Dude, Sugar is a dog, and Sugar is not. She's not camera. She's not camera ready. She doesn't like being on camera.
Oh.
She is a spaz, and fucking, she's just running in and out like she wants to play with Elliot. He's home from school now. Wants to go play with my wife. She's upstairs working. And the dog's nuts. But anyway, where was I? I was talking about, okay. So my son's pushing food off his tray, and it's going on the ground. We're just constantly cleaning it up, right? And he's about 3 at this point. And I'm like, dude, I'm like, he knows what he's doing. I'm like, unfortunately, we can end this right now. And my mother-in-law was there and my wife, and they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, well, when I was around 4, I was at my grandmother's, and my brother showed me how to get a grapefruit seed and pinch it between your fingers and shoot it across the room. So we're sitting at the kitchen table. My grandmother gives us each a grapefruit, and we're like not eating. We're eating grapefruit, and I grab the seed and I pinch it, and it shoots across the kitchen and it hits her. She very calmly walks over, grabs my little 4-year-old baby hand, gets a wooden spoon and hits it like 6 times as hard as she can right on my knuckles.
Yep.
And I'm like screaming bloody murder. And she's holding my hand and she's got this like look like all pissed off. And she's like, all right, do you see that? Do you see what I just did? And I'm like, and I'm crying. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, boom, boom. She hits it 4 more times, and throws my hand down on the ground. And she's like, you will never flick a goddamn seed like that ever again for the rest of your life. And guess what? I sat there like a fucking angel every time we went over to my grandmother's. We'd go to my grandmother's, I'd sit down. I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother smacked, and I said, you know what? I go, if Elliot keeps throwing shit on the ground, I go, I'll get that wooden spoon and smack him in the hand a couple times, and he'll never do it again. And my wife and mother-in-law was like, we don't do it like that today.
Yeah,
So
I
I
can't
like,
do
right,
that anymore.
can't do it anymore. All right.
Do it anymore. 2-year-olds can like call the fucking police.
Oh yeah, they do. They'll call and be like, look, man, I wanted something on the Xbox, and they'll call 911.
Yeah.
Kids, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it really worked. I can't think of a specific scenario. You know, I did a lot of stupid shit throughout my life. I still do stupid shit.
I know, like all those tattoos you got. That's crazy. You got like a spider web tattoo. What is that? Motorcycle gang stuff?
Yeah.
Are you in a motorcycle gang? Are you a pagan?
No. A lot of people relate that with doing time. I've never done time.
Yeah, what's that all about then?
I don't know, dude. I was fucking 18 years old and I had tattoo artist friends, and I was just like, put whatever the fuck you want on me. I don't care.
So, yeah, like when I was a kid, like if you had a spider web tattoo on your thing, that was like you might as well just get a tear and something says like F the police or something. Like,
yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I know. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? Should I have done this? Like, am I gonna get myself in trouble? Yeah. But I don't think anybody really gives a fuck.
No.
Oh,
the paintings. Hey, they're right here. They're right here in the garage.
Those paintings. I don't know if I mean, because it's art, I guess I can get away with it. These are, you know, if for the people who are listening and not watching this video, these are insanely explicit yet comical nude paintings.
But they're not even comical though.
With
that's
dicks
the crazy part.
and vaginas and everything. Everything's here. There's even a blowjob going on. Yeah,
there's a lot going on. They call that top one spit roasting, where the girls with the 2 dudes. There's one from both sides called a spit roast. I didn't realize that until I went to some thing.
It's also called the Chinese finger trap.
Remember those things? You'd go to a fair when you were a kid and you get your fingers stuck in those things.
Yep.
Do they still have those? They have to. I'm going to look on eBay as soon as
Amazon. I'm sure it has everything.
Oh yeah. They probably have a version for the adult gift store.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. These, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's how it starts off every time somebody sees these. They say, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. So the first time I saw these, I went to my mother's house. Like I was saying, we hadn't spoke to my mom for a long time. And my brother, Eric, and I went to my mom's. We were like hanging out. And he went upstairs to go to the bathroom, and he came back downstairs, and he's like, dude, you got to go upstairs and look in that one bedroom to the left. And I'm like, why? What's in there? He goes, just fucking go up there and look. And one of these paintings was like hanging on a wall. And this is like my mom. And I'm like, now at the time, my mom was probably like 55, and her husband was this dude. And he was close to 70 or something at the time, maybe late 60s. And so I come back downstairs and I see this thing. I'm like, dude, what the fuck what is that? He's like, I have no idea. So we just kind of like let it go. Then like a couple months later, we're back at her house and I run upstairs and I'm like, yeah, it's still fucking there. So I was like, hey, mom, what's up with that painting? And she's like, oh, I forgot. Yeah. I meant to tell you guys about that. I figured you'd have. Well, see, Ross is an artist, and he paints, and he painted this, and it was in a gallery in New York, and so that's one of his favorite ones, and so we hung it up in there. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So we kind of like forgot about it. So then my mom had moved, her and her husband Ross. The guy's name was Ross Gilbert. He was a World War II veteran. He may have been a colonel in the military. I don't know what his whole deal was, but anyway, he was a very different type of person. That he was somebody that I can't even explain how he was very odd. He was hard to kind of talk to. When he talked to you, he kind of like just spoke to you, kind of like, it was very odd. But I don't even waste your time with that. But anyway, Ross painted these paintings when he was well into his 60s. He had painted like I had 50, I think about like 53 of them. And we found all these when my mom, this guy Ross passed away. Technically he was my stepfather. I got to give him a shout out because I've had USAA insurance since I was 18 as his stepson, and it's the greatest insurance in the world. You can only be in the military to get this insurance, and it's the greatest insurance in the world. So this man, not only did he give us these wonderful paintings, he gave me lifelong awesome insurance through the military. So
Wow.
Salute your veterans. But anyway, so when this dude passed away, my mom said, I need you to throw some stuff out for me in the dumpster. She had lived in like a townhouse at this point. And she's like, I got these 7 boxes over here, and I got this big thing wrapped up in a blanket I need you to throw out. And I just want to let you know it's a gun. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I got this gun. It's like a big rifle, and I tried to like break it in half, and I just gotta I threw the other gun out. That's a whole nother story. She threw out a 45, like military issue, World War II era 45. She threw it out in the trash, like in a bag of potato chips or something. And then she took the other gun to a police station. They're like, all right, lady, get the fuck out of here. So long story short, my mom tells me to like throw this gun out. So I'm like, well, I'll take the gun with me. Okay. I got to call somebody first because I like don't own a gun. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I go, what are these? What's in these boxes? It's heavy. And she goes, they're just some things I just need you to throw out. So I take the first box and I go to the dumpster and I like open it. I'm like, what the fuck is in here? Because it's like rattling, making all this noise. And I open it up and it's like 10 of these paintings. So I leave it by the dumpster. I go back and I get the rest of them. And I'm like, hey, mom, do you really want to throw these paintings out in the fucking trash? What if somebody sees these? She's like, oh, I didn't want you to open the boxes. Why'd you look at them? I just throw them out. Just throw them out. I said, dude, I ain't throwing these things out. These things are great. So I said to my brother, like, Eric, get your car, back it up here. Let's put these things in there. He goes, and he's got his daughter with him. And at the time she was like 6 months old. He's like, dude, I'm not putting these things in my car and driving home. I got a kid. Like, these things are crazy. So so at the time I had a 77 Corvette, which you saw in that John video, that blue Corvette.
Yeah.
I put 53 paintings and a Winchester 30-30 rifle in my fucking Corvette and drove it home. So
oh man,
I had the gun laying across the dashboard because that's the only place it would fit. And I called a friend of mine who's a cop, and I was like, "Hey, I'm driving from Paoli to King of Prussia, and I got a gun in my car, like that's not registered." And I'm like, "But it's a rifle." And he's like, "Okay." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Just put it on the floor, and you'll be fine." I'm like, "Well, it only fits on the dashboard." And he's like, "Oh, all right, whatever." He's like, "You'll be fine. Just go home." So I've had these paintings. I've had these paintings ever since, and I've taken them to a guy in New York that had like a gallery, and he's like, dude, he's like, these things are awesome, but I have some clients coming by in about 11 minutes, so get these things the fuck out of here because I don't want to go to jail. He's like, but everybody that's seen these, like people in the art world love them. They think they're great, like because they're actually raised up, like they're 2D, Like
Mm,
a lot of the stuff where there's a white fluid coming out, that's raised up almost like Elmer's glue. Like when you're,
okay.
I don't know if you ever did a thing when you were a kid and you would like put like some Elmer's glue on a
Yeah.
paper and like glitter and stuff, and it's like raised up. That's exactly what it's like. They're all textured. Like the buttholes are like textured.
Right.
It's crazy. Like there are ridges in it. It's creepy as hell. But they're really interesting. They're crazy,
Yeah.
interesting paintings. And I have 50 some of them, and I'm waiting for some dude that's a multi-billionaire that has a rape room somewhere overseas that wants to buy them, and I'll sell them to them all in a package deal for a couple $1,000,000
There you go, man.
because the artist is deceased. The one that's on here now, the Statue of Liberty one's really good. You know, it's a
Yeah.
Statue of Liberty. She's holding a hot dog, and all of them have like two different faces. Like the one face is going that way, then the other face is going that way.
You
They're
know,
unique.
I have so many things to say and ask.
Say it. Ask.
The first thing I got to commend you on is not throwing them in the fucking dumpster like the boom
Yes.
boxes and the bike frames.
Yes, I did hold on to something.
Because honestly, dude, I know this guy's not known at all, but these could be worth something. They're actually insanely unique. I've never seen anything quite like it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's a good thing.
I've never seen a vagina between a pair of tits. And there you go.
You have now.
Multiple times. And they're very fucking interesting, man. Honestly.
Yeah.
They're cool looking. I mean, they really are. I think someone would, you know, it's a small market because where are you going to put these, you know?
Extremely small market. Yeah.
Like you said, you have to have like a fucking special room.
Yeah, you have to, it'd have to be just some like eccentric person that has a house somewhere that's just like, that doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Right.
And
Nobody
like,
ever comes over, you know?
Yeah. Or people do come over and they're just at the point where
Right.
you know, there's still people in this world just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they're just like, hey, here it is. You know what I mean? If you like, like my son hasn't seen them, and I think he would just look at them and laugh. I don't even think he would even get it, you know. But I have them put away pretty good where he won't see them.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? There was something else I was going to. Oh, when a few years ago, I was at a BMX event, and this guy that I was talking to there for like a while, I was just like talking to him about like BMX and stuff. And as I was leaving, he said, "Oh, you know what?" He's like, nothing, never mind." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Oh, I was going to ask you something, but I just figured, no, you probably wouldn't be into it." I'm like, "Well, just ask me. What do you want to ask me?" He said, and he pulls out this like piece of paper, and it's a flyer. He goes, "A friend of mine and my girlfriend, we do an art show here in town, and it's called the Pervert Show." And he shows me like this flyer, and it's like, it looks like these paintings, and I'm like, hold on a second, dude. And I go through my phone, and I'm like, what do you think of these paintings? And he's like, dude, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, these are from my stepfather, and I have like 50 of them. And he goes, dude, we're full right now. We have like all like, and it was like a big art gallery. He goes, we're completely full right now. And it was just like a lot of nudes and a lot of like, kind of like, look like Judas Priest type of stuff, but with like naked chicks. It was just like weird, like metal stuff and these naked girls. He goes, look, you can bring as many of these as you want, and we'll have your own little section. He goes, these things are unbelievable. So I go to the place, and there's like 200 or 300 people there, and there's tons of artwork, and it's all like on the walls and all this stuff. And the guy goes, I have 3 or 4 easels set up over here in this area. You can put the stuff there. So I like, you know, go over and I pull the stuff out of the boxes and I put it up on these easels, and I like step back and I look at it. I'm just like, all right, whatever. All right, I'm going to take these boxes and I'll go take these back to the car or put them over in the corner or something. And I walked away for like 5 minutes, and I came back and the place was empty. And I'm like 5 minutes earlier, the halls were packed with people, and they're all talking and looking at all the shit. And I came back and I'm like, where the fuck did everybody go? I thought I was like on a TV show or something. I'm like, everybody's fucking gone. And then I hear this commotion down the hallway, and I go down the hallway and I look in, and everybody in the place is gathered around the 6 paintings that I put on the easels, and they're just like, dude, what the fuck are these things? Who painted these? Where's the guy? And we want to talk to him. And everybody was like taking pictures of it, and they were just like, dude, this is crazy. So if it got all those people to go look at this stuff, like there's somebody out there, there's some scene or somebody that needs these paintings, because I sure as hell don't need them. You know what I mean? And like, I've had him for like 17 years now, and I almost feel like I don't want to get rid of him because there's such a conversation piece. Like everybody I've showed him to, they're just like, what the fuck are these
Yeah.
things? So I got a lot of them.
They're insanely unique, man. They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. I can really see it. I mean, they look like nothing else I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are cool. They are cool. Yeah, man. I just don't know where. Yeah, it would just have to be like a very special person, you know?
We call them crazy people. A crazy person is going to have to.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're crazy. I mean, I like them, but I wouldn't. You know, I can never.
Like I said, a crazy person.
House. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more thing here to go over. So I
know that dude.
I just grabbed this off of your Instagram. It's something you just put up recently.
Yeah.
Dude, this is the coolest picture ever.
Well, you know what? There's a whole other part to that picture. I cropped myself I cropped the guy out. There's a homeless guy with these long dreads, and that was in like right off of Hollywood Boulevard. And it was weird because this was in 1989, and my friend Warren lived out in North Hollywood, and we were out there for a contest, and this guy with these dreads was just like walking around, and I said, "Hey, do you mind if I get a picture with you?" And he's like, "No, not at all." But right before this picture was taken, we called our friend Gary Pollock, a famous BMX guy, and we're like, "Hey, where are you going to be?" And he goes, "Oh, I'm at the Huntington Beach Holiday Inn. I'm in room 309." And we're like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Warren, remember that 309." So like we get in the car and we go down the street and we get our bikes and we're riding around. I asked this guy if I can get his picture with him. He's like, "Sure." And we snapped the photo with like a real camera. And the guy just looks at me and he goes, "Everybody's safe in 309," and walked away. And we're like, I'm like, "Wait, what the fuck? Did you hear what that guy said?" And Warren's like, "What?" I'm like, "He just said everybody's safe in 309. I'm like, "Is that like a biblical, like a page in the Bible? Like, where'd that guy just come up with 309? Like, we just talked to Gary and he's in room 309.
Yeah.
So that was like really crazy. But so that picture is me looking at the guy like, what is this dude fucking talking about? So
right. So do you have the original picture?
Yes, I have the actual photo, like a piece of paper photo, whatever that's called. You know, I have that actual photo. That's just like a picture of the picture. You know, I like was looking through some pictures and found that.
This would make a great T-shirt. It would. What do you mean? Why?
I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. I've seen this photo a million times. Like I've had it in this like little stack of photos, and it's like, I wonder if I could send you that. Could I send you the photo now while I'm talking to you on my phone, or would it ruin? Would I get rid of what we're doing?
No, you can send it to me. I just wanted to show you.
Yeah,
I wanted to show you something really quick.
So, are you still on and can see me if you're looking at me right now, or not?
I just see your picture. Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second, because I want to. Where is this photo? I wonder if I can send you this. Oh, fuck.
What happened?
I don't have the whole photo. I cropped it off to I probably don't have it.
All right, well, come back to the regular screen here. Come back.
Like I know how to do that. You're in Zoom. There we go. Am I back?
Yeah.
Look at that shirt.
Wait, here's the back. Shit. Here's the back.
Oh, dude. Yo, if you make that shirt, I'll be buying it.
I made it already. It's already for sale.
Get the fuck out of here.
There's so I deal with this new company now. It's a little more expensive, but the quality's better.
Hey, you can't put a price on a good time, dude. Remember that.
That's right. And I'm making like these all over print shirts now, which I think are fucking awesome.
Dude, the all over print shirt is great.
Your face is on the sleeve, on the left sleeve.
All right, I'm gonna need a XXX right now. As soon as we get off the phone, you'll be hearing ding.
They only have 2X.
Well, then forget it. Then you know what, dude? Shove that thing straight up your ass. Then
I gotta buy you one, man. But listen,
dude, look.
So it's a little expensive, but
it's even got the number plate at the bottom.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
that is.
I even on the other sleeve, it has a part of it, a part of the plate. this is how I can make a few bucks because listen, people ask for donations when they do these podcasts.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I can't do that. I'm not a charity kind of person. Like,
no,
I appreciate you listening to the show and all that, but if you're going to give me money, I'm going to give you something. That's how I am. So you support me and you get a fucking cool shirt.
That shirt, you gotta print that out. Like, I gotta put that up on something right now because people will laugh. People will, like, you gotta, whatever, like, ad you put up, like, when this is coming out, and you just gotta put a link to that because I know at least 2 people that'll buy that.
Definitely. But, and you know what? Like, that's the thing. It's I'm and
that's where I still work too. That's Commons Copy Center, and that's the. It was so long ago, 1989 or 88, that it doesn't have the 610 before it, and that's what a lot of people were commenting on.
Right. I'm also going to make a shirt of me as a little kid on the bike with the cigarette. I'm going to make
without
that shirt.
a doubt. Are you kidding me? That shirt. That's the next
so
one.
Those other shirts that I made, the one with Mark and the Liberty Bell, and those are gone now. Like, I can remake them.
Yeah.
But I switched companies, so those shirts are super rare. Talk about shit that people are going to want to collect or hold on to. Yeah.
That's funny.
So yeah, this is up now. And
I mean,
once again,
I can think of a lot of photos to do with that, but the way that's on that shirt is hilarious.
Yeah. This was kind of just like, I did it today. I was like a trial kind of thing, and I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. I like the back. The back's my favorite.
Dude, it's
this is what I do, dude. Funny. This is the stupid shit.
It's so funny. It's so funny. It's well, like, it's funny because my friend TJ wrote a comment when I had it on Instagram, and he goes, I can hear your voice looking at that photo. Like, he's like, I'm looking at this photo and I can hear your voice.
Yeah.
You know, like, I can just hear you talking.
Yeah.
So
look at this, really, man. Funny. Your Wi-Fi is great now.
Is it? Well, I didn't do anything. I'm not on my internet at home. I'm on the one that costs money now. What's that called?
That costs money. Yeah.
Data. Yeah,
right.
I'm on, like, when you're just, like, driving around the earth.
It was all fucked up at first.
Unlimited data. I got a new phone too. I got the iPhone. What do you call it?
12.
Yeah. We got that stimulus check. It wasn't even enough for a phone, but I got a phone with my stimulus check.
There you go.
Hopefully we get that other one too, so I can buy some shirts.
Yeah, now they're saying like 2,000 each.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
I'll
man.
take it.
Dude, keep it coming.
If they're printing money, I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Keep it fucking coming.
Yeah.
Here, I'm just gonna go off on a tangent real quick.
Yeah, hit it.
They proved that money is all made up by doing this. Yeah. All they got to do is type in some fucking digits on a computer.
Print it, and then
they don't even print it.
I was talking to a friend of mine today, and he was doing his taxes, and he asked his wife, he's like, well, hey, what's this? What's that? We have, it says we got, like, some kind of thing. They have already received, I think it's over $5,000. They've gotten 2 checks so far that went directly to their account. They didn't even notice it until they're doing their income tax, and they got over $5,000.
Wow!
Like, but the thing that's crazy is $5,000 is a lot of money. But if my wife and I right now both lost our jobs, $5,000 wouldn't do anything for us. You know what I mean? Like,
you'd be good for like a month.
If my wife and I worked at a restaurant and the restaurant was closed, $5,000 doesn't limp us through a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Between a mortgage, a car payment, a school loan, my son buying every Madden thing every day for $20.
$5,000, dude. What the fuck is $600 gonna do?
Nothing. Buy a lot of goddamn large race shirts.
You know,
like
that's right. I mean, somebody like us, it's nice to have a little extra money.
Economy, we put it right back in the economy.
That's right. But for people who are really struggling, what the fuck is $600, man? It's like
it's the worst.
The electric bill and the phone bill, and you're all set. You're all done.
Yeah, it's I don't know what people are doing other than just fucking dying, literally. Like, fucking, if you, like, I think about that, like if my wife and I lost our jobs, like, how long could we last? Like, we could last fucking a year, maybe, if that, before we would just have to just go live in a tent, So save your money, kids.
That's right.
I
Except
gave you my advice, right? Do you know my 2 biggest things of advice? Did we already go over this? What are they? 3 of them. 3 of them.
don't smoke.
Go ahead.
Don't smoke. Bad.
Yeah.
I forgot
1.
the other 2.
The other 2 are don't get married just to get married.
Mm-hmm.
People think like, oh my God, I'm 30 now. I got to get married. And they just
don't do that.
pick up some like dish rag whore and they're like, I'm going to get married. So you don't get to say dish rag whore much.
No, only on this.
And then the other thing is, only on this podcast. So it's don't smoke, even though you and I both smoke. Don't just marry someone to marry them, and always save your money. You can never save enough money.
True.
Get that Roth IRA started when you're 18.
So
Write
true.
that down, Michael.
Yep.
Roth IRA.
Roth IRA.
Save your money.
Got it.
You can get another spiderweb tattoo.
Yeah. Oh shit, man! This was a good one. We had a bunch of emotions. We had sad stories, funny stories. Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Any sad story can be turned into a funny story, or not.
Yeah.
Like even in the worst of times, you can still smile sometimes.
Right.
Unless you get your hand stuck in a fucking snowblower.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks, man. But listen, it says it all over the fucking thing. Don't put your hand in here.
Yeah, I know. He put his hand in there and then it got chopped up and he left his glove on and wrapped it up with like a towel. Like, I'd have to see what's going on. He waited till he got to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, dude, put pressure on that shit. See what's wrong, you probably can't bleed out from your fingertips, but
no,
who knows?
I would have freaked out though, and I probably would have did the same thing. I probably would have just been like, let me hide it until I get there.
Yeah. The next time we talk, I have a story of where I almost bled to death. We'll have to talk about that.
All right. Sounds great.
Oh yeah, I can talk about here, write this down. I have one where I almost bled to death, one where I almost died in a fire, and what was there? There's got to be another good one. Those are the only 2 I can think right now. The bleeding out one's pretty fun. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I almost fucking blew up, dude. I lit a pilot light and the gas was leaking.
No.
Yeah. It was like weeks before my wedding. And I blew my fucking eyebrows off.
I was gonna say your eyebrows.
I was everything was singed. It was pretty nuts.
You probably looked like powder.
Yeah.
When Mark was like powder. This is my fiance Powder. We're getting married tomorrow. Someone push his wheelchair for him and get him up front here.
Oh man. Well, listen, tell Mark I said hi.
I will.
And
I will.
This is awesome, man. I'm gonna edit this tomorrow. Oh, I thought those were like blind people glasses.
Dude, did you see the newest Chris Rock special? And he's talking about being Chris Rock's talking about being in the White House. And he goes, Stevie Wonder was there playing, and he did some extra blind stuff because it was the thing, because it was the White House. Dude, when he said the line doing extra blind stuff, it was like 2 days later, I'm just like in the kitchen and I'm laughing out loud. My wife's like, what are you laughing at? I'm like, I'm thinking about that line Chris Rock said, Stevie doing extra blind stuff, getting into it. Little Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
All right, listen. Put something up with that shirt. I want to get that shirt. So send me the link.
I definitely will.
And get 10 of them.
This episode will be out tomorrow.
Okay. Tomorrow?
I have to edit it.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I don't remember last time you were like pressuring me to get it done.
Did I?
Do you remember that?
No.
Dude, you were pissed. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Hold on.
Find the text. I was probably just kidding. I could care less.
No, I know you were. I was, but it was kind of funny.
I like roughing you up a little bit.
Yeah. Let's see.
Did I threaten you with violence? Did I say like put down the fucking cigarettes, quit getting a spiderweb tattoo? You might and get a booster seat. You still look like a little squishy 5-year-old sitting in that chair. Come on, man.
Dude, this is a new chair. Look at this. Look at this chair,
dude.
It's a new chair.
All right.
It's fucking low for some reason. They're all low.
All right.
I can't find it.
All
you were saying it was the thread with Mark.
Well, if he was on, then I was really talking nonsense.
I mean, I'm obviously going to cut most of this part out, but hold on.
No, don't cut any of this out. Don't cut any of it out. Don't cut any of it out.
This whole thread is about Mark sending me that fucking DVD. Oh, here we go. Because here's the episode.
Here it is.
Here's the episode. So right before this is where you're fucking rushing me around.
No.
Okay. Oh, I had I had technical issues. So you wrote, send it over. I'm ready. I said it's finalizing. Yeah. I said it's finalizing.
Oh wait, I do remember this.
Yeah.
I do remember this.
It's finalizing. Then it has to upload to YouTube.
Yeah.
Patience. Have some patience.
Yeah.
Then
what you need to do is.
Then you said, Mark, tell him I have zero patience. I want this shit now.
That's true. I have very little patience.
And I was having a problem. I have a new computer now, but I was having a problem with my old computer. So I said, I had a technical issue. It's going to be a bit longer. And then you, and then you have the balls. Next time, just tell us it'll be ready tomorrow. This is a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Goddamn right. You can't tell somebody, you can't string them along. I got nothing else to do but to listen back to this nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, me and 2 other people. There's me and 3 other people that want to hear this, okay?
And
God damn.
And then I said, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. I'm in my garage screaming cunt at the top of my lungs at my computer.
Never use the word cunt.
Why not?
Do you know Stevie Wonder's not really blind? Shaquille O'Neal used to live in the same apartment building. And he swears Stevie's not blind. Google it. You'll see it. There's a microphone falling and Stevie grabs it.
No, no way.
Like, how did he know it was falling? No, he can totally see.
Oh, yeah. He's probably not even blind. It's all an act.
Yeah.
Let me finish this thread. All right. So
yeah.
Then you wrote, I'm so bored. I'm going to have to listen to the Bill Allen interview.
I am funny.
You are funny.
Shit that I say.
You are funny. You can't make this shit up, man.
No. God damn, that was funny.
And then an hour later, I still was having problems. You wrote, I just want to let you guys know I've been checking every 48 seconds.
Yeah, it's not up yet.
And then I finally got it up, and the rest is
history. When do you think this one will be up? This one will be up tomorrow. So tomorrow's the 5th.
Tomorrow's the 5th. It'll be up tomorrow.
Today is also the 3rd anniversary of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. The Super Bowl's this weekend.
You want to see a grown man cry? You should have saw me that day. Oh my God. It was the best. Fucking Eagles.
Yeah.
Kicking Tom Brady's dick right in the dirt. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'm not a football fan. I do watch the Super Bowl though.
Oh, you're one of those nitwits that don't watch sports. I hate you now, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I don't.
You don't watch sports. How do you not watch sports?
I watch wrestling.
I gotta go, dude. And I don't think I can do this more podcast, dude.
I know. All right, but
wrestling? I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, wrestling.
Yeah.
Man, I did see it at the Spectrum. I did see 1984. I think it was Brutus Beefcake and Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was there. I was in the front row.
It's fun.
We brought racquetballs with us, and we were throwing racquetballs. And then when it was on TV the next week, we could see ourselves throwing racquetballs at people. What are you gonna do, man? We had front seats, man, front row.
Yeah.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake and Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Yep. He had the big scissors.
Yeah, and it looked like he put an acorn down his tights. There's this little penis head sticking out of his shorts. Yeah, you
would think that they would wear some cargo shorts or something. Sometimes
I would at least get a sweet potato and put it down my pants while I was running around out there.
Or wear a cup or something. Do something. Yeah.
Something, man. All right,
man. Ray, this was awesome.
It was. And I can't wait. Can't wait to do it again.
Oh man. Same here. So,
all right.
Dude, see, you were worried. You were worried that you were going to have nothing to talk about. You don't.
No, I just like
talking. This is in a good way.
I told you I can sit and talk about nothing. Dude, you just got to give me a subject and I'll talk about it. Like we started talking about me bleeding to death, and then we found out you blew your eyebrows off right before your wedding.
Yeah. This is an hour and 15 minutes already.
Wow.
Holy. And
damn.
It's crazy, and I still want to keep going, but we got to cut it, and then we'll have another one.
Right.
We need to save it, like your money.
Save that money.
Yeah, that's right.
Roth IRA.
All right, Ray.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Michael, I'll see you next time.
so much. See you next time.
Love, peace, and Dago grease.
Peace.
Peace out.
Later.